For the purposes of show and tell, I'd like to finish this series of videos by showing you some of the other ritual tools that I have. They're just other ones that I've already named, but I just want to show you. So this is the bell that came from my grandmother who passed away. It's a smaller version of the other one. I have so many different incense burners for any number of things. I have this one here, which is supposed to be a lotus. And it's a little lotus, you can kind of see it, lotus, and then there's a space for cone incense and then stick incense. Of course, I didn't drill the holes deep enough, so I can't really use it for stick incense, they fall over. But it's just one option of burner, incense burner. And then I have this one, which I don't exactly know what it is. It looks almost like it has sort of like an Indian vibe to it, like Hindu or something, I don't know. If you look, you can kind of see there's some designs on it, and it has this little screen on the top that comes off. What I used to do is I would turn the screen upside down, and then I would put my incense in there and let it burn, and then it would fall down inside there. So that's just one option there. And I heard, for anyone who's never heard this, you know, I'm sure most people have heard to put sand in these incense burners, because the sand will help keep it from getting too hot. Also, the sand will give you place for the ashes to drop into. But a woman that I know actually suggested using salt instead, because sometimes humidity can cause the incense to get moist enough that it doesn't light correctly. So if you put salt in there, first of all, it's cheaper, it's easier to come by, and you don't have to run out and buy a huge big bag of sand for two scoops. And the salt, will help dry out the incense so that when you burn it, it burns better. So I always put salt in mine. And then I have this one here, which I really like. I kind of like the idea of the standing incense burners with the standing cones. The only thing is that, or not the cones, the standing sticks. The only thing is that sometimes they fall. So this is another one. It's a sun, and in his mouth there are little holes, and you can put the incense sticks in there, and then you sit it upright, and it lands in there. So I like that one. This one I got recently as a Yule gift, and I haven't used it yet, and I'm not sure if it's more decorative or what, but it's a brazier, and it has a little lid, and the lid comes off, goes on, comes off, goes on, and it's obviously like Chinese make. It has Chinese on it. I can't read any of the characters. Nope, can't read anything. It has some Chinese on it and stuff, and it has little animal heads. I don't know what that is. This looks like a dragon on top. Those don't really look like dragon heads to me, but whatever. And, again, fill it with some salt or sand, incense, and then you got yourself a nice, really ornate incense burner. And I have this one, and these ones, I've never found any like this, but this is an incense burner. It's one of those stick incense burners. You see how it's like curved like that, but it's metal. And on the bottom, it has a sun and a moon design on it. Which I think is really, really cool and really appropriate. But you can't find metal ones like this anymore. You can only find the wooden cheapo ones, and I really like this one. I've had it for years and years and years, but I don't use it very often because I prefer the cone incense these days. And then finally, here's another example of an altar pentacle that I have. This one was made by a local artist. I'm not sure exactly who this local artist is. It's kind of a mess with wax all over it. But I really liked this one. They made this one. So, altar pentacles can be made out of anything. There's just an example of that. Yep, pretty cool. Those are all the ritual tools I think I have to share. If you have any cool you want to share, put them in the comment section.